Hi guys and welcome to Horologique. Today I'm going to be doing something quite different from what I do usually. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the channels that I enjoy the most on YouTube. And of course, if you have not subscribed to my own channel, now it is time to do so by clicking on the button right below. I would be very thankful. What I do on my own channel is I present watches from the mid to lower end of the spectrum. I present the good, the bad points, and I tell you in the end if I believe that it's a good or a bad buy. So let's start right away, and I am going to start by what YouTube tells me that I have been watching the most lately, and the first that comes is Just One More Watch. I believe that all of you in the YouTube watch world know Jody of Just One More Watch. It's one of the biggest channels around, over 200,000 subscribers. It's a huge channel. He's been going on for about 5 years. He was a pioneer on reviewing entry-level watches, especially Chinese watches, when nobody else was doing it, at least not that I'm aware of. One of my favorites to reviews watches about 3 times a month, and he still focuses mostly on the entry level, although he has reviewed some quite higher level watches. And he's just cool, you know, he's just really casual. He presents the watches effortlessly, but gives you all the useful information and all that with an amazing sense of humor. One of my favorite channels, definitely. Second channel, the artist formerly known as Watch Gringa, Britt Pearce. She changed her name a few weeks ago, and Watch Gringa is just a laugh riot. She focuses mostly on the higher end. She's a self-declared Rolex fangirl, although she has been reluctantly classified as the Omega girl, and she just has an amazing sense of humor. It is what the YouTube watch community needed. You actually watch this channel much more for her personality than for what she's actually reviewing, at least that is my case. She has just exploded through the 30K subscribers in a very short time. I believe during a few months, even more than a year, she was growing really slowly, and then in the last months she's just exploded. She totally deserves the success she's got. She does these really funny drunk reviews. She's like totally politically incorrect sometimes. And the funny thing is that she's an ordained minister from the Church of England, which is the funniest part of all. I mean, she's a personality. Definitely check her out. Then you've got the monster channel, Watchfinder and Co. They were the biggest channel until some other watch entertainer recently passed them over. But for me, they are the educators. I mean, these guys have a lot of passion, a lot of dedication, and although I prefer their videos before they passed to the format of the 2 micros talking, rather when they had the main guy, I forget his name, but when they had the main guy mostly talk and have these amazing macro shots, but you learn so many things about watches, about horology history, even about cosmology, some amazing things on Watchfinder. They do have guest stars appearing. They did have Watch Ring, of course. They also had Jenni Elle recently, so they do reach out to the community. They are part of Richemont, I think, or one of these major conglomerates. I don't think it shows on their choices of subjects, even though they have been known, and I do believe so, they have been known to bash Rolex quite a bit too much, but you know, that's the game. If you're looking for a serious source with serious content, definitely Watchfinder is your channel. Then there's Teddy Baldassare. Teddy has been going for years and years and years. Amazing production. I mean, this guy does have a big store. I believe that he does depend a lot on that sort of revenue. He has diversified a lot. He's an entrepreneur. He's a full-time entrepreneur, actually. He's not only a YouTuber. And you do feel that he's very professional in the way he displays, in the way he says things. He might be seen as a bit rigid, but he knows what he's talking about. He mostly discusses luxury segment as well, although he also sometimes delves on the mid-range to give some other options to luxury products. But Ted is a very good channel as well if you're looking for high production value and a lot of useful information about luxury watches. Then there's Dan at Watch Me with Watches. Dan is a British guy, he's got an amazing sense of humor, and he will mostly do entry level, and his channel and mine are quite similar actually, plus a good sense of humor. He will do a lot of homages, but he will do some other entry level and sometimes even mid-level watches like he's been doing lately. He has almost 12,000 subscribers, over 250 videos, and he's just a good guy. He makes very nice reviews, quality reviews at that, very enjoyable to watch. I do recommend that thoroughly. Let's talk about ID Guy. ID Guy, I like him because he takes a totally different perspective from everybody else. He's a very square guy, you know, he's actually an industrial designer and a watch lover as well, so he will take that perspective. The plus that he brings into the YouTube watch world is that he will, via the software that he has, do some amazing tweaks to existing designs, and he has actually bettered some existing watches, which is pretty amazing. Very chill guy, some may find him very serious as well, but I do enjoy him very much for what he brings to the table. Alright, next channel is Ben's Watch Club. I think everybody loves Ben. He's been in the game not for too long actually. His channel is like 2 or 3 years old, but he has a very big following, and he has been debunking some bad practices from watch companies, but also from YouTube reviewers. He reviews the entry level as well. He's a big fan of CASIO, he does review them a lot, and he has seen a lot of success, so congratulations to him. The Urban Gentry. This will be a bit controversial. If I'm reviewing watches, it is thanks to Tristan. I mean, he was a big influence for me, and for many, I think he started his channel ages ago. I think it was like 10 years ago or so. Tristano paved the way for pretty much everybody else on how to make videos, on how to make a structure for a video, on how to pretty much do everything. If there is one pioneer on the YouTube watch sphere, it is definitely Tristan. But then there has been a lot of controversy surrounding his channel, the big feud with other channels, other creators. I'm nobody to judge, you know, everybody has his own controversies, but I myself find that I am watching his content less and less. But anyway, if you have not seen his videos, which I'm pretty sure you have, do check him out. Then you've got Adrian from Barker Jack. Adrian was on his own way a pioneer as well. He pioneered the chilled watch review. At least at the beginning of his channel, he would do videos just walking through a London street, speaking about watches, always with his coffee mug, you know, so it was very interesting to see him do these kind of things, to talk about watches. He's a quite knowledgeable guy, reviews the higher end of things as well mostly, and his advice is very well heeded. He's a staple in the YouTube watch world, and even beyond. And then there's the queen, Jenni Elle, the German queen. Jenny started at the beginning of 2020, and from the beginning she was a sensation. I mean, I was absolutely jealous to see this girl come, talk about watches, do it effortlessly, and gain so many subscribers. It is all totally deserved, of course. She's your typical girl next door, but she likes horology, she talks about watches, she's got an amazing charisma, and that is what has made her so popular, and she deserves every single fan from her huge fan base. She reviews mostly the high horology stuff. She's also a Rolex watch girl, like so many others, and I guess she will continue to grow. Then you've got James at Honest Watch Reviews, a smaller channel, bigger than myself of course, but James is just a cool guy. He loves reviewing entry-level watches, a lot of homages as well, that is the way we small guys survive, and what he does is basically on the title, Honest Watch Reviews. He's going to tell you the truth about the watch, even though he's gifted a watch, all the good, all the bad, whatever it costs him. Alright guys, that's been it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know if I missed some of your favorite channels. I'm sure I did. There are so many channels, I cannot review them all, so please don't get mad with me if I did not talk about your favorite one. But for now, why not check some of my own videos? I'm gonna leave you here the ones that have been the most popular lately. Thank you so much guys, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Goodbye.